So I guess maybe it's not that I feel I need to pick up the slack and excel, but I feel like I should do the job properly and make sure everything's taken care of so no one else has to clean up after my mistakes, so to say.
It sounds like your parents were pretty busy while you were growing up. Do you think that part of the reason that you feel the way you do is because they weren't there to kind of clean up after you and do that, so you're used to not having someone do that for you?
I don't know. Um, I learned most stuff on my own, and I guess I had to do things mostly on my own. I think maybe that could be some of the reason that I feel that I have to make sure everything's done that way. Um, I don't know. I wouldn't put blame on them though. I'm not the kind of person to blame anybody for any way that I am. I mean, everyone makes their own decisions in life. You're kind of, life is what you make of it, as my dad would say. So your your outcome in life is what you put in and how you deal with things. Can either be a mess or, organized.
So I know we touched base about you and not working so many hours, and you told me that if you chose to, you wouldn't have to work that many hours, but you feel that you would be too stressed out and constantly be thinking about work. Do you have any ideas on some things that you could do in your free time to help you have less stress?
Yeah, I have a few activities that I like to involve myself in. More of them in the summertime than the winter that I actually enjoy myself and I'm not thinking about work. Um, Fishing is one of them. I really enjoy fishing, and it's kind of like a ritual on weekends that are available for me and my father. We get together. We usually leave early in the morning, 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, and we'll go out. And if we're both able to, if we don't have work to do or something that has to get done work wise or around the house, like a project that is, important, has to get fixed, has to get done. We go fishing and we'll spend, anywhere from 12 hours, 14 hours sometimes, um, just sitting in the boat fishing, relaxing, talking, listening to music, all that good stuff, shooting the shit. Um, and some days, we get together later on a weekend, but we do it as much as we can. Some days we can't get out till 2 o'clock. So, we'll go fishing for 6 or 8 hours, sometimes 9, or even if we can only get out for 5 hours. That's one time I definitely can relax and not stress about work or think about work or stress about school or think about school, at least the large majority of the time while I'm out there. I'm not saying that my personal life issues or my school life issues or my work issues aren't going to pop into my head once in a while I'm sitting there, but I would say, 75 to 90% of the time I'm there, I'm just relaxing and enjoying the view and the fresh air, catching fish, just chatting with my dad and catching up because we don't see each other a whole lot because we both work a lot. Um, I also do quite a bit of logging with him in the summertime. It might not be consistently like every other weekend or every 3 or 4 weekends, but we'll get together once or twice a month when he needs help, and we'll go chop down a tree or two, either from our property or friends' properties, and haul them on the back of the trailer, take them to his house, get them ready, and then we'll have a guy come over with a miser and whack them down into 2x4s and other boards, and then we use them for making furniture. He makes a lot of furniture and other miscellaneous things. That's always fun. When I'm doing that, actually, I think when I'm logging and working a chainsaw, or when I'm cutting and splitting firewood with them, which we do a lot for the winter time to burn, um, I would say, even though I enjoy fishing more and I have more fun when I'm doing it and it relaxes me more, I do enjoy and get relaxed when I'm out in the woods with them. And I would say I almost never think about work when I'm out there working a chainsaw, thank God, because I still have both my feet and hands. Um, that's another good thing I do to relax in the summer. Uh, Other than that, in the wintertime, there's not a lot to do. I I go ice fishing occasionally, not as often as I fish in the summer, and I hunt during rifle season or deer, and um, bull hunt occasionally for deer, which is longer, but I don't do that much. Very rarely. Um, I walk my dog in the summer. I usually do that every night. That takes up about a good hour and a half to 2 hours of a walk every night usually. So that's kind of a stress reliever. I just, you know, walk around town, burn a little energy, spend time with my dog, and you know, other than that, I can't really think of much that I would do because, oh, hiking. We'll go hiking. I'll take my dog out to the park or the Dells or any state park. Walk the trails, walk around the rocks, around the riverside, out in the woods.
Okay, so I'm just going to pause you here for a second. So I hear you telling me that you really do have plenty of hobbies that you would enjoy doing if you had the time. And I sense that spending time with your father is really important to you and that you enjoy spending the time with him. I think right now would be a really great time to set up some goals and to help relieving your stress. How do you feel about
We could do that. Um, wouldn't hurt. I could give it a shot.
that? Okay, I think the most important goal here would be for you to take a little less hours at work so you can have some time to relieve your stress and just relax. Does that sound like a good idea to you?
It would probably be good for me. It would be hard for me to do. I mean, it's possible. I could work toward it. It'd be a hard goal just because it's hard for me not to go work every day. And I mean, I can try though.
Okay. If you were to take some time off of work, what are some things that you'd want to set as a goal?
Oh, um, definitely, you know, being more active in things that I enjoy, like fishing and um, hiking and all that stuff. I do enjoy camping as well, so that's another thing. I could just go camping for a weekend. That would be good, or a week, whatever. It'd probably be even better. Um, I could get some stuff done around my house that I've been procrastinating on and putting off because I work so much. Um, it's nothing big that I need to get done, but it requires a day or two away from everything and including work. So I could do that. I could get some stuff done around my house, get some stuff, a little remodeling done that's been needing it. I wouldn't mind getting out and getting myself involved in like a social setting a little bit at least. Not I don't need a whole lot of social interaction. Um, I have a couple friends that I do occasionally go visit and talk to, and play some board games or something like that, but not as often as I probably should. And those are a few things that I'd like to do, but I just put off and set aside and go to work instead. But I mean, that would be a good goal, I guess. Then, since I'm putting them aside and not doing the things I enjoy, and it would definitely relieve stress.
Okay. So would you say that leaving here today, you would have the goal of taking some time off of work, getting a little more social experience, spending time with your friends, and maybe some fishing time either alone or with your father?
Yeah, I can definitely do that.
All right, so I'm just going to recap everything that we went over today, and if there's anything that stands out to you that I misinterpreted or something, don't be afraid to redirect me in the right direction. So, in the beginning of our session, we talked about your stress with school. I know that you're trying really hard, and I think that you are getting good grades, but you wish that your grade was a little higher. We also discussed some of the things that you could possibly change about yourself and with the schoolwork to enable you to get a better grade. You mentioned that work is a big stressor in your life. You definitely take on plenty of hours and pick up some slack that other coworkers leave on you.
A lot of slack.
And then we discussed you taking some time off of work, which I think is a great idea because you are definitely a hard worker, and I think that you deserve some time off and time to spend with your friends and family. Some of the goals that we set up today together would be to take some time off of work so that you can have some time with your friends. You mentioned board games and fishing with your father. Is there anything else that you wanted to add?
Well, I feel as though you've touched on most of what is causing my stress in my life. Most of it's my own fault, I would say, and kind of explain that thoroughly. And I could probably get rid of a lot of it by just doing things on my own and taking care of the problems.
So to finish up this session, I just wanted to give you some advice. I think that you should really stick to doing your goals. Take the time off from work. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Live a little. Have some fun. And before we leave today, too, I wanted to let you know that since you are a student at NTC, um, if you end up needing any additional counseling sessions or need some extra help, there is Peaceful Solutions that's located in